I'm Dan from Relationship Champions, and I'm going to tell you a story about how I changed my life. Now, I have to tell you, I'm a very lucky, fortunate man. This is my partner, Bree, and no, I'm not telling you that story. Indeed, she's lovely and kind and thoughtful. Yes, I'm very, very grateful. But the story I'm here to tell you is actually how fortunate I am to be able to be in this position. You see, my parents, they struggled, right? Their parents struggled. There's tension and arguments, and they did the best they could, and it didn't show me how to be in a great relationship. So I had to do a lot of work over the years, and I had issues where I remember being in college and just being overwhelmed by jealousy, which turned into anger. And I can't blame her for being gone. And then I got married, and I was in this relationship, and it was good, but it was never great. And really, a lot of my needs didn't get met, and I'm sure hers didn't either. And I didn't know any better. And then after that, I wanted a more passionate, intimate relationship, and I got one. And it was chaos, and I felt very toxic, and these were things that I created. I was responsible for them. And so you have to see, I've learned many things over time, and when I look back, what I see is that in all of those relationships, I wasn't able to communicate well. And I was with partners who they kind of had mirroring issues. We were in alignment in that way. And the fact was, when we couldn't communicate well, our connection was falling apart. And I never felt satisfied in those relationships. Now, indeed, that had a lot to do with me. I've worked hard, and now I'm with Bree. We've been traveling, we've been seeing the world. We live this fantastic life. Every night when I come home and I go to bed, there's affection and intimacy, and I'm just endlessly grateful. Now, this is what I want you to have. I want you to have the relationship where every night you go to bed thinking, God, I'm so grateful to be with this person who did all this work and really can see me for me. So with that being said, what's following is a communication quiz that my buddy Steve and I created. Stephen is the director of Relate, which is New Zealand's largest couples counseling agency. He is an expert. He trains other therapists. And so the way his life goes is people call him every day and they're like, hey, I have this problem and that problem in my relationship, and what should we do? And then he'll explain it to them, and then, sometimes people get therapy or they get some education or whatever. But what he knows, and I know, is that most often when you're looking for help for your relationships, it's 10 o'clock on a Friday night. And no one in their right mind is going to answer about your relationship problems at 10 o'clock at night. So that's what this quiz is about. It's for you to get help when you need it and when you're really thinking about it. So this quiz is a version that we built up because we're going to put it on his website. Okay, you ask the expert, here's the question, what do you think I should do? Okay, so this is what we have. First is this short video from Stephen explaining the website. Now this is New Zealand specific. If it's interesting to you, watch it, and if not, can't skip it and go to the next thing. Then there are 10 questions, the 10 basic questions of communication and connection. Go through it, answer truthfully. There is no right or wrong answer. There's just the one that's the truest to your situation. We'll give you some information to help you really understand the background issues and how much of a concern it is. And when you get done, we're then going to go ahead and explain to you, is therapy the best option, education the best option, or you just really got it together and have a great relationship? And then at the end, you have the opportunity to hear Stephen speak. And as a little bit of a gift, I put in a little bit of a snippet, an example of how we go about helping folks deal with conflict and fighting. So, I'm Dan, and thanks for taking some time to watch this, and I'll be back with you soon.